Dear student, in today's lecture we'll see some of the very famous dualisms in geography. Subject geography is characterized by some of the very famous dualism and dichotomies. We are going to see some of the important dualisms in geography. Students, the history of geography is characterized by number of methodological problems of dualism and dichotomies. Dualism in geography resulted mainly due to unclear ideas and confusion about mainly three aspects such as definition, philosophy, and methodology of the subject. Some of the very important dualisms in geography are given here. They are: number one, general or systematic geography versus regional geography. Number two, physical geography versus human geography. And number three, determinism versus possibilism. So let us see a very important dichotomy in geography, that is general geography versus regional geography. Bernard Varenne, which was known as Varenius, raised the issue of general geography versus regional geography in the 17th century. This period, often known as the classical period of modern geographical thought, Varenius recognized the two divisions of geography, that is, general or universal and special or particular. This branching of the subject is known as general geography versus regional geography. General geography mainly deals with one or a few aspects of human environment or population and their study on the world. General geography concerned with the formulation of general laws and principles, while regional or special, or which is also called as particular geography, deals with the study of geographical elements of well-defined regions. General geography has adopted many concepts from the existing systematic sciences. Regional geography, on the other hand, remained limited for the particular studies. It is the study of geography of regions. In brief, general geography deals with the whole world as a unit. It was, however, mainly restricted to physical geography, which could be understood through natural laws. On the contrary, spatial geography was primarily interested in the description of individual countries and specified world regions. It was very difficult to establish laws in spatial geography where human beings are involved, whose behavior is always unpredictable. After Varenius, the leading German geographer Alexander von Humboldt shown the difference between systematic and regional geography. He divided the subject matter of geography into uranography and geography. According to him, uranography is the descriptive astronomy, while geography deals with the interrelationship of phenomena that exist together in an area. He believed in inductive method and emphasized the importance of empirical method of research. He stressed the value of generalization in science. Humboldt opined that the most important aim of all sciences is that to recognize unity in diversity. He made a comparative study of different geographical regions like steppes and arid lands and shows the characteristics of both different parts of the Earth's surface. Thus, Humboldt also recognized the dualism of systematic versus regional geography. Karl Ritter, a contemporary of Humboldt, was a teleologist. He studied geography as an empirical science. According to him, geography was concerned with objects on the earth as they exist together in an area. He studied areas systematically, that is, in the totality. He believed in the centrality of regional geography. He felt that geography must rise above a mere description of a number of facts about a particular phenomena. According to him, the goal of geography should be bring together the regional and general phenomena of the Earth's surface. Ritter studied the workings of the nature in order to understand the purpose behind its order. According to him, the shape of the continents are also not accidental but rather determined by the God. So that their locations and forms enabled man to play the role given by the God. Thus, Humboldt was seriously engaged with the development of systematic geography, while Ritter was the supporter of regional geography. After Ritter, Ferdinand von Richthofen defined geography. According to him, the general characteristics and the adjustment for adaptation of the man to the natural environment should be studied together. He emphasized the point that the regional geography must be descriptive. Frederick Ratzel studied the lifestyles of different tribes and nations in his anthropological studies. He applied Darwin's concept to human societies. He suggested that the human beings must struggle to survive in particular environment like that of animals and plants. After Ratzel, Alfred Hettner, a leading German scholar, claimed that geography is an endiographic, that is regional, rather than monolithic, that is general science. In his opinion, geography means the knowledge of the Earth's areas which differ from each other. He gave more importance to the physical environment. Vidal de Lablache gave importance to the study of small regions, also called as pays. He opined that the study of small regions, that is pays, ideal units to study and to train geographer. According to him, man and nature are inseparable and it is difficult to explain their influences on each other. The area of which such relationships are developed through the centuries form the regions. Such regions are unique in nature, and therefore the study of these regions should be the task of geographers. Thus, Laplace strongly advocated regional geography against general geography. According to him, regional geography is the core of geography. Another French geographer, Reclus, while giving a picture of world societies, strongly stated that the man is not the product but an important component of his environment. Man can modify his environment, rather he can overcome the nature. Richard Hartshorne also gave importance to regional geography. The post-Second World War period is characterized by quantitative revolution in the subject and new framework of the study of the discipline geography. So, the foregoing description gives the historical background of the dichotomy or dualism of general versus regional geography. As stated above, general geography deals with the universal laws and it is analytical in nature, whereas regional geography is the study of the regions and it is systematic in nature. General geography considered the whole world as a unit. For example, the study of temperature, rainfall, vegetation, minerals, crops and population on the world level would be a case of general geography. Whereas regional geography deals with the study of above mentioned elements within a small geographical area. Thus, geography is multidimensional and is having different approaches of the study, but in true sense, they all support each other and contribute in the rich development of discipline geography. And therefore, the dichotomy of general versus regional geography is artificial or illogical. Geography cannot be divided into two groups, that is general and regional. These two are just the two extremes of a continuum.